Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to kind of bring you guys around the farm and catch you up with all this stuff that we've been doing. We're in the middle of our first cutting for hay, which has been pretty dramatic. We've got a lot going on in the garden, we've got a lot going on with the animals, and I just want to give you guys an update on everything around the farm. And so yeah, let's hang out together. Alright, so I am up here in our hay field that has been cut already. My husband cut this hay 2 days ago now. This is, we cut it and then we let it sit a whole day, and now this is the third day. So we're ready to rake it. However, we're having some problems with our rake. I'm sure my husband will figure it out. Hoping and praying that he figures it out. He's pretty mechanically inclined, so he was successful in getting the hay bine up and running. As you can see, we got all this hay. However, you guys, he did bring the hay bine in limping late at night. It's about 11:30 midnight before he got all of this hay cut, and the hay bine got a flat tire right there at the end. So he got the hay bine pulled up here and parked, but we are now out of tire that we need to replace.
Grab those two tools if you would.
Yay! It seems to be up and working now. So it's a matter of making sure it's adjusted properly, which it looks pretty good here, so that's super exciting. While he's out raking, we will go and walk around the farm, and I have a little bit to do in the garden, maybe some weeding and playing with the irrigation and stuff, and yeah. Check out our upper pig pasture. It has definitely grown without having animals on there. It really shoots up. That's way taller than the pigs are. We don't have the pigs up here yet because we still have to fix that gate right there. It's got a washout under it that needs to be filled in, and obviously we need to lower it, and we were gonna put some fencing over it. I don't think any of our pigs could fit through it at this point. Maybe Squidward, but I think he's too fat to fit through it too. But for future piglets or anything like that, we just wanted to put some fencing over that gate. It was already here, so we don't want to replace it. But man, isn't the pasture looking beautiful? There's actually lots of red clover in there. But the pigs haven't even eaten down the lower pasture that they're in. There is a little bit of a breeze, so hopefully the sound isn't too bad. Unfortunately, we get a lot of breezes and wind and stuff here. It's out of my control, and I typically film with my phone these days, and it's not really compatible with a lot of the microphones and such and different attachments. So until I get a new phone, I probably won't have a microphone either. But there's the little piggies, and this here in the front, this is the new chicken run. So let's go in there and see how everybody's doing. Everybody's hanging out here in the shade. Hey girls! Hey guys! Hey piggies! Alright, so this is the chicken area right here, and it actually took a little bit of time for the chickens to go up into the grass. They were a little bit leery of their new territory, but one thing I wanted to show you guys is we got an automatic chicken door finally. We were actually kind of against it because we thought, well, we should really be checking on them every night anyways, and you know, I don't know, we just had a few reasons where we thought, nah, it's not really worth it. And in the end, we thought, man, it would be really nice. We weren't getting out here. The kids do chores for the chickens and let the chickens out, and we thought, man, if only, I mean, we would love to have the chickens out at the first sign of daylight, and we just didn't get out here that early, and so I felt like they were sitting inside eating grain and stuff when they could be out on pasture. So we did eventually buy this chicken door. It's a run chicken, and installed it, and it's been doing well for us so far. No problems. At first we thought, man, that's really tiny, and we had to alter the door size quite a bit, but as you can see, they fit in and out just fine. Yeah, it seems to be working really good, so it's a really nice, convenient thing, and when you start to get a lot on your plate, you really appreciate those little convenient items. But the chickens, man, it's really hot and really humid, so everybody's wanting to hang out in the shade. They've got shade here up against the barn. The bunnies are up in their shady spot, and there's shade under the coop as well. Now our plans are to plant at least 1 or 2 smaller sized trees in these pastures, and we actually want to bring some more trees out into our cow pasture as well. I'm not on the same team as other people who think that in order to have pasture for your animals, you need to clear all the trees. Unfortunately, all the trees were already cleared here. So that is part of what we want to do, is put trees back into our pastures, provide shade, and provide a more natural environment for the cattle and for the other livestock and stuff. So we're thinking of a couple different kinds of trees that we might want to put up here, but we haven't really settled on it yet. So the chickens really appreciate a pan of water outside when it's this hot, but there's always one who has to stand right in it, huh? She always has to put her dirty feet in it. So these are our new chickens. We got really early in the spring these silver laced Wyandottes, and then these darker kind of gray looking ones. Those are supposed to be blue lace golden Wyandottes. I think that's what they're called. They're not looking how we thought that they would look, so I don't know. We also got Goldie over there, right there. She was supposed to be a silver lace Wyandotte, and she is not. She is definitely a golden lace Wyandotte. And we have a few of our old chicken flock left. We did butcher 5 of them, and I may or may not do a video about that. We were really dissatisfied with some of our chicken breeds, so they are now gone, and we have a few of our old flock though. Right here is Sweetie, and the white one there is Amber. She's our Amber Link chicken. Sweetie is a barred rock. And let's see, and then we've got the two black sex links right there, and that's Barry and Polly. And then right here is our Australorp Daisy. And a few of the new ones have names. One of the Blue Lace Wyandottes have a very special foot color, and it kind of looked like she was wearing shoes, so we called her Dita. And she's a really friendly little chicken. They all the new Silver Lace Wyandottes, we just put bracelets on them. That way if the kids decide to name them, then they will be able to tell them apart. Alright, so let's go check out the pigs. It's been a while since you guys seen them, and they are growing so much. What you doing, Sandy? Huh? What you doing, Sandy? Can I come in? Hello, Squidward. Hello, Squidward. So Squidward here is our little boar, if you didn't know. He is just a sweetheart. They all are. All of our pigs are coonies. Does that feel good? You are too sweet. All right, Sandy, wake up. Let me come in. And Pearl's out suntanning. Hey, Pearl. I'm trying to come and see you. Look out, Sandy. Sandy, wake up. Sandy. Squidward, make her get up. Wake up. She does not want to move. Come on. Come on, Sandy. Guys, make her wake up. Sandy. Hey. Get out of my way, girl. Get out of my way, baby. Sandy. Pearl, make her wake up, baby. Hey. Now you're going to lay down right in front of the gate? Squidward. Are you going to lay on your sister? Yep, maybe that'll get her up. Sandy. Oh. That is your drinking water, Pearl. What on earth? Alright, finally got you to move. Alright, this is Sandy, the younger female. These are both gilts, Sandy and Pearl. And Squidward's our little boar. He likes to lay on your shoes for his belly rubs. You silly boy. But they are all three super friendly, love to be pet. They're just really chill. You guys, now I'm gonna have to give you some more water. You're taking a bath in it, Pearl. So I actually did buy a pack of those metal pig nipples, and so that we are planning on making a waterer for them with one of the big plastic barrels. We can get them here for about $12 for they have various sizes and food grade ones and stuff. So excuse me, you're on my shoes, Squid. But So right now we've got just this rubber trough, and it works great for them. They're so short, that's about as tall of a dish as we can do, but then they like to get in it, so it gets dirty and we have to give them fresh water and all that. But so this part down here in their run is mostly dirt, because this section here that's dirt was where the old run was, and so it was small for having the 3 pigs and all the chickens and stuff on it. And early spring when stuff was starting to grow and all that, so it just kind of turned into dirt pretty quickly. But up there, where here's the fence line, and then all the rest of it is all really tall grass. Over here, let's go take a peek at it. So this little section here as well is dirt, but that was already dirt. The pigs have not done that or anything. This is the side of the hill where we had continual washouts. It was just pure sand, and so we have been having this washout, and it was getting really bad. Over here, the bull would love to rub in the sand and really made like a cliff of sand. So when we put the fence up here, we fenced that part off as well for the cow, so the cows can't get in there. And as you can see, it's getting very green and starting to come back, and once we get cover on that, it'll be so nice to not have the sand washing down into the barn. But right here, we have not done anything yet, and so it's just sand, but the pigs have not bothered it at all. They haven't dug it out or dug it up, so that is just fine. At some point, we still have a pile of manure, and it's kind of manure and hay mixed from their bedding, and we will eventually bring more of that over here. But as far as this area, there's kind of a drop off right here where that grass is, and that's where the fence was for the old run, and we are wanting to kind of smooth this area out and change the landscape a little, and we're going to build a lean-to off the back of the barn here, and have probably 3 stalls for the pigs. We'll have 2 smaller stalls and a bigger stall, in case we need like a medical ward, or separating a pig for some reason, or during farrowing if we want to put them in there. Then we will have a nice shelter for them that is a permanent structure, and water is just on this side of the wall here, and so we're going to punch a hole through here and bring water out here, so that we have a more convenient way to water them into a big bucket. But their shelter is doing well, and as you can see, they have lots of grass up here still. The 3 of them, they have not yet been able to eat down the pasture here. It's over their heads, over their backs, tall still. We actually don't have the electric wire run in here, so we haven't had any problems with them digging out, surprisingly. But as you can see, we started running the wire. This will be the wire at some point, and we just kind of have it hanging there yet because we need to finish bringing it up the hill. So that is not hot. There is no electric in here, just the field fence. Squidward, what are you doing? You are so cute. We are just super thrilled about the coonies. You guys, we got them late winter, early spring. I forget exactly when. But they have just been a joy to have. We are just in love with them. The kids are in love with them. We're so excited to have pigs on the farm. They really love belly rubs. They are just too sweet. Aw, Squidward. So cute. What you doing, Pearl? They're itchy all the time. You're always trying to itch on stuff, aren't you, baby? We just clipped their hooves, and that went over really well. It was actually the hardest to do, but once we had to forcibly lay her down and hold her, and then once we started going, she just took a nap and it was fine. She squealed once or twice and then just thought, well, I guess it ain't too bad, and took a nap. So it worked out really well. They all have individual personalities. It's really, really funny. Pearl, the older gilt, she is super personable, really enjoys people. She'll be the first one to greet you every time you come out. And then Sandy, the little white one, that's her younger half sister. She is definitely a loner. She does her own thing. She's very independent, and she will come over, but she's usually the last one to come over, and she really likes pets just like the rest of them, but she's definitely way more independent. And then there's Squidward, our little boar. He's the youngest of all three, and he is super, super friendly. He really loves belly rubs, and he's really kind of a funny character. But when we first got him, surprisingly, he was really afraid to be pet. And he was born in the winter. And they had raised them in a heated garage with a wood stove. So we thought he would be the friendliest of all, but he was actually really scared of us at first, and so it took a while for him to let us pet him, and then now he just loves it. He is so sweet. He's quite small still compared to the other ones, but they've all grown so much and they have little fat bellies, especially Sandy. So also, by the way, they are 100% grass-fed at this point. So when we got them, it was winter and there was no grass or anything like that. So we were feeding them grass pellets, either straight Timothy or a Timothy alfalfa mix. Sometimes whatever we bought for the cows, we would give that to the pigs as well. And they really loved those pellets. Actually, at first they had never had them, and it took a while to get them to eat them, but then they really enjoyed them. But we also got them an organic, non-GMO grain to temporarily feed them over winter. And they just had a very tiny amount, twice a day. I forget exactly, but they're just too funny. But once we got them on the grass, on pasture, we weaned them off of the grain. So each day we fed them a quarter cup less until, it took 3 or 4 days and they were weaned off of the grain, and we immediately had stopped the grass pellets, obviously. So now they are just 100% on pasture. And when we have a cow and when we have a cow and milk, we also share our raw milk with the pigs, or clabbered milk, or whatever we have extra of. We go ahead and share that with the pigs as well, and they really, really love milk. They go crazy over milk. But what else? That's probably about it with the pigs. They're doing great and growing great, and our pasture is really good. So soon, when we get the chance, we're definitely gonna get that gate fixed up there, and then we're gonna bring their house up there. It takes the 4 of us, and we'll carry it up into that pasture and get them up there, and then eventually start work on kind of remodeling this area. But let's go check out this washout area. It's actually pretty funny. It's actually kind of funny because, so last year in the garden, I grew so many pumpkins that we just had pumpkins galore. It was crazy. And so we were feeding some of the pumpkins. We'd give the cows a pumpkin every day. We would break it open and put it in a trough, and then they just loved it. They loved the pumpkin. And it looks like we have a couple volunteers that have been planted courtesy of the cows right here on the washout spot. So as you can see, right there's one, and there's one, and there's one. These are pumpkins that the cows were generous enough to plant for us. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it looks like 7, and they're about all in the same spot. So I'm just gonna let them grow there and see what happens. I'm not gonna really bother with it, but all this area was pure sand and washed out. And if you remember from a previous video, we planted this new willow tree, which is doing fabulous. And I planted some pasture grass here. So this was grass seed specifically for pastured livestock. And so this is definitely growing. There's lots of seeds sprouted. Probably can't tell in the video, but it's looking really, really good. I can't wait until this is all solid. But before, like I said, this was pure sand. And to hold the seed and stuff here and to keep the sand from washing out again, we took the bedding and manure and stuff from the winter from the cows. We had a big pile over here outside the barn, and we just wheelbarrow load after wheelbarrow load put it all over the sand to keep it from washing out, and we put the seed in that manure and hay and straw bedding. And yeah, I think it's doing really, really good. There's tons of grass. I'll get a close-up of it for you guys. So there you go. Lots of new grass coming up in there. That is super exciting. And the willow is doing great. Now we still have a pile of manure right there. And that is all gonna come here, where actually the weeds have grown in. This is all weeds. I didn't plant grass seed here. So I actually still plan on covering this sandy area and over here with the manure. I just haven't had the chance to get that far. So this area here where you still see sand, I'm gonna do the same thing, put it on there as a cover and plant seed in that manure. So and then we put just one strand of electrical wire around this little spot to keep the cows off it. And they'll be off it at least the year, if not permanently. We'll see, who knows. But the cows are over there enjoying that shade of those maple trees over there. It's kind of a risky spot to hang out there under the rabbits, don't you think?